I have to be super honest with you. I have not sold a resale home in real estate in years. Not because I can't, but because I choose not to. And I'll tell you that one decision that I made about how I work, how I earn, and how I spend my time has totally changed absolutely everything in my business. One decision, one change, and I don't ever have to worry about resale homes ever again. Niching down and becoming a specialist in one thing has totally changed the trajectory of my business. I have spent my time building a business focused on selling new construction real estate, and that's it. And to date, I've closed over 200 new homes, and I'm closing in on almost $100 million in sales in just over 5 years, which is crazy to say, right? No door knocking, no fighting over listings, no chasing people all over town, one niche done right. In the next few minutes, I want to tell you how I went all in on this and why you might want to consider doing the same thing if you want your real estate business to grow and, make not just single six figures, but multiple six figures in a year as an agent. We haven't met. My name is Zach. I sell in the DFW market, one of the fastest growing markets, especially for new homes in the nation. And so found an opportunity and we have capitalized on it. And I want to show you and tell you why you might want to consider doing the same thing. So problem number one, the way most agents work, and I found this getting into the industry, is everybody's chasing deals, right? Like every transaction is a headache, and it's like, well, this client this and this client this, and every single type of deal. It's a fight for the listings, and it's a race to the bottom. Oh, I'll do it for 2%. Oh, I'll do it for 1%. Oh, I'll do it for $500 and a high five or whatever, right? Like it's a grind. And then there's like the inspections, the appraisals, the emotional people selling their homes that think their homes are worth way more than they actually are. And then you got to have that hard conversation with them. Bidding wars, all of these things, right? There's no repeatability. There's no system. And you're like, well, am I going to sell a house? What am I going to do? And I didn't want that for my life. I didn't want that for my business. And I also realized most agents, as you talk to them, most of them are hyper generalist, right? They're like, oh, hey, you want to buy land? Yeah, I can help you with that. Oh, you want to do a commercial property? Yeah, I could totally freaking do that. $100,000 flip? Let me find you $1 million over here. Oh yeah, I would love to do that. And they say yes to everything. And I realized like, I just couldn't keep saying yes to everything. Like it wasn't going to work, right? The market, the way our market is working and the way it's growing, it doesn't reward generalists. It rewards hyper specialist. And I realized this, I was in a coaching program probably 4 years ago, and I was talking to my coach and she's like, hey, who makes more money? The doctor that sees everybody or the heart surgeon that does 8 surgeries a year and has a 3-year waiting list? And I was like, well, the second guy. And she's like, yeah, absolutely. Go be the second person. So that's why I made the switch. When I started in real estate, I didn't know what I didn't know, right? Like I was like, oh, this is going to be great. And we're going to just go talk to all these people and everybody, I'm just going to post on Facebook and they'll be like, everybody's going to call me and they're going to try and buy a house. And what I realized was that was not the case, right? And I tried everything. We're going to cold call. We're going to do ads. We're going to do this and that. And I was just saying yes to things that I didn't know that I shouldn't say yes to. I was saying yes to Section 8 rentals. And that was a whole crazy dynamic. And I just realized looking at our journey, like our personal journey in real estate, every home my wife and I have ever bought has been a brand new home, right? And we realized, why did we do that? Well, the process was cleaner. It was straightforward. It was predictable. And then I realized we had a couple different agents the first few times we did this, and one of them did really, really good. One of them we didn't have any encounter with at all whatsoever, didn't even know that they existed. And I was like, you know what? I can make this a better process for somebody. I can streamline this process. I live in a market that has ample new homes, and I could be the person that could become the go-to for new homes. And so I was like, you know what? This is what I'm going to start building my business on. This is what I'm going to go all in on. I'm going to fully commit to. And honestly, I've never looked back, and I can't even imagine at this point going back to adding in resale business to my the way I run my business. Like there'll be, a one-off here or there, like a family friend, but like actively prospecting and trying to build out a resale business does not sound fun. I am fully all in on new construction, and that is all I want to sell. And I just want to tell you, I have built it in a way that takes it takes care of us. And I've sold more real estate than I ever thought I actually would. When I got started creating content for my business, I didn't know what I needed. I wish somebody would have put this together for me. So what I did is I built a living document that tracks all of the gear that we use in our business, whether from our desk setup to our vlog setup, our drones, our cameras, everything you need. It's right on that list. So either scan the QR code or click the link in the description, and we will get you hooked up with that gear list so that you can start building a content library to help you crush it in real estate. Here's the problem. I think a lot of agents see, like, I want to explain, hopefully I can give you kind of the insight as to why this works as a business, right? Builders need agent partners. They want you there. You are a mouthpiece, you're a marketing piece to drive business into their models. And they recognize, at least the good ones, recognize that they need agent partners on their deals. It's also builds a built-in, like, repeatable pipeline. Oh, there's another new neighborhood popping up over there. Great, I'm gonna go market that. Hey, this builder's opening that neighborhood. Great, we're gonna go talk about that. Hey, I'm gonna learn about this product over here. That we're gonna go talk about that, and we're gonna share, and we're gonna teach, and we're gonna bring people in. And, you know, honestly, like, hey, I'm not fighting for listings. Now, to be clear, this is not me saying, hey, go to the builders and be like, hey, let me list your house. There's plenty of people that do that. This is not this. This is buyer representation through new construction. No fighting for listings. All I have to do is I have to bring the buyer, I have to qualify my buyer, I have to educate my buyer, and then the builder does the rest of the heavy lifting, and we do it in a partnership, right? I also do this because I have a predictable timeline. A lot of my friends that I talk to in the real estate industry, they're like, yeah, I don't know, like, we might close a deal this month, and then I don't know where my next deal is coming from. And I'm like, I'm literally looking at my calendar, and I can see that I have at least one paycheck a month for the next 9 months at minimum. Some of those, there's already multiples in there because we have a good balance of a to be built pipeline and a quick move in inventory scenario. And we're just filling in the gaps in most of those places. Also, a lot of our buyers, when they call me, they are already pre-sold on new. Why? Because I only market for new homes. So nobody's calling me and they're like, we got to find the $200,000 house that needs $100,000 in fixer uppers. Why? Because Zach doesn't do that. And if you call me for that, I just tell you no. But again, not putting out any marketing material whatsoever. I am hyper laser focused on new homes. And when you do that, it builds a repeat business that is predictable with timing. It also becomes a referral machine. Like, oh, hey, we're selling in this neighborhood. We can continue to sell in this neighborhood. Now, what this doesn't mean that the builder is just going to refer you business, right? You're going to still have to work for this. You're going to still have to put in the effort. But if you would direct your effort here instead of like here, I promise you, it would probably be a lot more effective. So a couple things, I got 3 more. I'm gonna tell you, here's what I think some agents get wrong about this. And before I get there, if you have questions about this, or you're wanting to build a business based on new construction, I would love a chance to have a conversation with you. This is my shameless plug. With a brokerage at EXP, we can partner with people to help them be successful in their businesses. If you're not here, I would love a chance to partner with you. It is free for you. And it just unlocks us together working to build the business that you want to build. So if you have questions about it, you can hit my calendar, you can send me an email, we can chat. If you're already here, we can probably figure something out. I don't know what this is gonna look like yet. Trying to figure out like a tangible, like, you guys tell me what would be helpful. Would a mastermind be helpful? Would a weekly call? I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out as we go. That was the whole purpose of building this channel, was just to start talking about this business and talking about the way that we can build a predictable business on new homes and be the go-to agents. Because honestly, I've run into a lot of agents in this space that don't know what the heck they're doing, and they make us look bad. And we need people that understand new homes out there, helping advocate for their clients and advocate for home buyers, and helping continue to push builders and holding them accountable, and not being just like randomly out there not knowing what the heck you're doing. So here's what most people get wrong about the new construction space. Something I heard somebody say: builders don't pay good commissions. Wrong. When all of the mess went down a couple years ago about making sure you got paid for your representation and NAR and all of that jazz, I didn't lose a lick of sleep because, again, I understood that good builders in my market understood the value of having agents bring business into them, and I've never worried about a paycheck. Some of them, we get paid even more than that, and which then allows us to be generous with our buyers, and that's a whole other conversation. So the fact that you think they don't pay, that would be wrong. You might hear the misconception. Some people say, I don't need an agent to buy a new home. And let me tell you, that is a builder lie. That is not a consumer lie. That is a builder lie. And you have to choose not to believe that. People deserve representation. They deserve quality representation with somebody that will walk them through the process, that will understand the timelines, that will answer their questions. They can go do it without you. And some of them might. We don't want them to. We don't want them to have to. We want to create good agents that are helping people walk through the process of buying new homes. Next one. Some people think they have to choose between builder loyalty and client loyalty. You don't. Again, at the end of the day, your job is to advocate for your clients, to get them the best deal that you can, to help them in any way possible. Also, your job is to hold builders accountable, to call them out on their bullcrap, to ask questions, to be like, hey, why are we doing this? To give visibility, to give marketing, say, hey, you know what? This doesn't make sense in this market. Like, your job is to be a bridge, to be to build a control layer. I've talked about this before, between the builder and the buyer and you in the middle, and you are parsing out information and you are representing them as best possible. It is not a loyalty thing, because there's been plenty of times we've had conversations with builders, like, guys, this is stupid. I don't like what you're doing. And, you know, lovingly, of course, but my loyalty is to my buyers and getting them the best deal possible. Another misconception is not registering clients properly and losing deals. Yeah, this happens if you don't have systems in place and you don't have the ability to understand how to work with builders. I want to help you build that so we can just eliminate that one. Also, you can't treat all builders the same, because they're not all the same. Some of them are really good, some of them are really bad. You have to build relationships. Like, if you're going to do this full time, you have to spend time building relationships with builders and sales reps and asking questions. And of course, lastly, biggest misconception, you can walk into this thing without knowing the product, the community, or the incentives. You cannot. I will eat your lunch. The builders will eat your lunch, and then your clients will come work with me because they got a terrible experience with you. Like, I'm just telling you, I can't tell you how many times people call me. They're like, Zach, yeah, we were talking to this other agent and they didn't know anything about new construction, and we fired them because we want to work with you. I'm like, freaking great. Let's go. You have to be serious about this. You have to treat it like it's a job. If you want to get paid like it's a job, and you want to build a predictable income stream on new homes, you have to be serious about this. So what it actually takes, you got to learn the product, floor plans, communities, incentives, pricing, everything about you got to do that. You got to build relationships, right? This is not just a one-time deal. This is a long-term pipeline for you to sell 15, 20, 25, 50, 100 homes a year, right? One of the big drums that I will constantly beat is, obviously you're finding me on YouTube. You have to have a content strategy surrounding the thing that you want to build. You have to start talking about it. It doesn't do you any good if it just stays in your brain. You got to get it out into the world and use it as a way to start helping people. And I will tell you, consistency beats hustle. Consistency beats hustle. Show up, do the work every single time, every single day, and it will put out the rewards if you're willing to do it. And this is, I just need to be honest, and I just want to tell you this. This is not a quick get rich quick thing. This is building a real business. This is building real relationships and doing real things to care about real people. And if you're just in this to make a quick buck, you need to go away and you need to give your license up, because that's not what this is about. This is about genuinely building something that is sustainable and that is helpful for a lot of people. So you're sitting on the fence. You're like, I'm not even sure what to do. 1, subscribe to the channel. We're here to help. I'm going to help you grow this business as best we can. 2, leave me a comment and I'll answer any questions. Or, you know what? Hey, we just need to chat and you want to be a part of what we got going on? Check it out. I mean, send me an email. I don't know. We will figure it out for you. Or you're like, hey, I just need to figure out how to make content. You saw the thing earlier to get the gear, grab that. This niche is wide open. And if you would just get like 1% of the builder business or the people that are buying new homes in your market, you would do very, very well. Like, great with first-time home buyers, great with relocation clients, right? It's real and it's available, and you don't have to go in all at once. But I do think if you want to build a sustainable business that will help you make multiple 6 figures a year, new construction is the space, and I want to teach you how to do that as an agent.